Welcome to my first update for 2021. Coming out of 2020, obviously, we're hoping for a much better year, although the stock market did perform quite well towards the end of the year and even in the middle of the year. Hopefully, for investors, it's going to be a much better year. These are the events or ideas that I think could really move markets in the days ahead. This week actually is going to be something tremendous. We are now going to bring in or inaugurate the next president of the United States. Joe Biden will be inaugurated this week. And I think the markets are going to be looking forward to what he has to say. He is looking to add upwards of $1.9 trillion of stimulus into the U.S. economy. The hope is that this will help the vaccine rollout. This will help schools get kids back into school full time again. And this will help the economy, get people working again, create jobs, stimulate the economy. He's looking to perhaps change some of the ongoing decisions from President Trump, looking to put the United States back into the Paris Accord and many other things. We're going to look for, I guess, hints with respect to taxation. What are his thoughts coming into his presidency? Many were afraid that he would look to raise taxes in the not so distant future. So what is the new president, going to be saying? What is Mr. Biden, President Biden, going to be saying in his first few days of office, and how that will affect the next 5 to 10 business days for investors? The second topic that I wanted to address in today's video, again, has to do with something that we've addressed in many videos previously, and that's the vaccine rollout. More and more we're hearing that United States, here in Canada especially, the vaccines are not being rolled out as quickly as they're even being made. And here in Canada, we're hearing we're not obtaining enough vaccines. So I think vaccine rollout will be another topic for discussion amongst investors, especially in the US. US has a bit of a different problem. They're trying to figure out how to get vaccines into the arms of their residents rather than try to figure out how to bring in vaccines into the country. They have millions of doses apparently sitting on the shelves right now, and that is a problem. So the market is still very sensitive to the vaccine, how much of the vaccines we can get our hands on, and the implementation, the getting the system in place to get people vaccinated. And that has not changed for many weeks now, and I think investors will continue to focus on this going forward. Over the next few weeks, we're going to continue to receive corporate earnings from some of the largest companies in North America. A lot of the companies in the US, some of the largest companies, whether they're tech companies, banking, industrial companies, they're going to be reporting first. The US usually reports earnings first, and then Canadian earnings usually follow shortly thereafter. And over the next few weeks, we're going to hear from the likes of Apple, Microsoft. We're going to hear from Google or Amazon and many other smaller companies. This is going to go a long way to figure out if these companies are fairly valued, if they still are cheap, if individual investors should consider buying into these corporations or buying stock in these corporations. So I think corporate earnings is going to be a major driver of the stock market, a major driver from as to what investors are looking to do and wanting to do. One of the questions out there over the last few months is, has the stock market gotten ahead of itself? Have they pulled forward some of the growth that maybe they should have had in months from now? Is that growth happening right now? And maybe over the next few months, things will be sort of flattish. Did the market go too far, too fast? Well, I think this corporate earnings season is going to tell us. I don't believe we have. I think corporate earnings are going to be fantastic. And I think there's some really bright days ahead.